Good afternoon, college coaches. This is Coach Anthony Williams, founder and CEO of Connected Athletics. We are a startup company based in Austin, Texas. Our focus is helping student athletes connect with other student athletes during the recruiting process, to also help them connect with college coaches during this COVID-19 recruiting cycle, but most importantly, help these student athletes transition successfully from high school to college and then into a career either in the NFL or in a career of their major. Got yet another exciting prospect on the phone with us today. Kybo Jamerson is a class of 21 linebacker, safety, athlete at Longview High School out in East Texas. He's 6'2", 210 pounds, 3.4 strong GPA. First team all-district last year. He was a state champion back in 2018. Kybo, how you doing this afternoon?
Doing good. Doing real good.
Thanks for taking time out of your day and joining us. I'm looking forward to hearing your story. I was able to go through a couple of your games last year. You guys were loaded. You were flying around the field making plays. Let's let these college coaches get to know more about you personally so they know what they're getting when you eventually commit here in the next 6 to 12 months.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hey, well, let's start with the academics. Love your GPA, 3.4. Tell these coaches about the importance that you put on your academics.
Well, I mean, I grew up in a household where my mom was always telling me no pass, no play. And I love to play football. So I made that my motivation to make sure my grades are high so I'll be able to play. I love football. It's my everything. Wake up, think about it, go to sleep, think about it. So if you don't have grades, I feel like if you keep up your grades all the time, you won't have to worry about when it's time for people to make cuts or coach saying you can't play this week because you're failing. I feel like you don't have your grades, you're really putting your team in a bind, because if you're not there, then a lot of stuff won't be right. It won't be, it won't be the same. But grades is everything. You can't go nowhere without an education. I feel like education is first.
No, absolutely. You're a young man with lots of wisdom. I have a saying that football should be an enabler to get the best education you can get. And it sounds like you've got your head on straight and your priorities straight. Love hearing that. Tell us, are there some teachers or tutors or any personnel at Longview High School that you want to shout out that's helped you keep your grades up?
Well, he doesn't work there anymore, but my old coach, Coach Pierce, he was the defense coordinator for us last year. He wrote me real good about my grades, and I really appreciate him for that, because he could have been just let me do what I do or let me fail, but he stayed on me. And for me, that's a big thing. You stay on me, and I want to impress you. I want to make you proud.
Okay. Tell us, do you have an idea as you get ready to go to college here, make that transition? Do you have an idea what you want to major in when you get there?
Yes, sir. I was gonna do a trade of plumbing, but I decided that I would probably be doing finances or architecture.
Okay, sounds like a good deal. Tell these coaches, they also want to understand from their athletes their learning style. What kind of learning style would you tell these coaches you have? Is it visual, verbal, or hands-on?
I would say a little bit of each, because I feel like if I get a visual presence, then I could mimic it and learn it as I keep on seeing it. And verbal, I feel like verbal is more of my weakness. I can hear it, but if it's in front of me and I can see it, I will learn a lot better. And hands-on, certain stuff I have to do hands-on because I just won't get it in that right time. We could have a big game coming to some, and I gotta get it down. My coach would take the time out during school. Coach Huff, he would come give me ninth period and we would go over plays, and he would show me hands-on, and I practiced it.
Okay, good stuff. Hey, tell us, what are some of your favorite courses, favorite classes in high school? Are you a math guy, science, history? What are some of your favorite classes?
Math is my weakest subject. I do good in it, but I feel like I could do better. But math is my weakest subject. My favorite subject has to be social studies or English, because I'm good at both of those. And science is really a iffy subject. I'm not bad at it, but I don't like it either.
Okay, that's fair. I love that you're being honest. Give us an idea, what are you willing to sacrifice to be the best student athlete you can be as you transition to college? What are some things you give up, like time with your friends, time with your family? What are you sacrificing to do that?
I would say time with my family because like being an athlete, like my mom works a lot. My grandmother, like she's disabled, so and I live in the household with my sister, my mom, and my stepdad. So my mom's always gone. My stepdad is too. So most of the times I either just stay with my friend or I'll be like at work or I'll just be on the field. And like I be wanting to see my mom a lot more, but like we have a good relationship. It's just it kind of, but it's for the best. She knows it's for the best. It'll pay off
Okay.
in a.
Makes sense. I like that. Hey, tell us a little bit about, obviously when you get to college, courses are going to be a little bit harder than high school. Tell these coaches about what your plan of attack is when you do struggle in class. Are you okay with getting tutoring and help from others and advisors?
Yes, sir. Most definitely. Whatever I got to do to pass the play.
Okay,
Like
good stuff.
I'm not gonna allow myself to fail where I leave my team hung out. I'd rather tutor, do whatever I gotta do. Like even if it's a late night after practice, I gotta go tutor. I'm gonna go do that.
Okay, I like hearing that. Hey, let's switch over to recruiting a little bit. Obviously, we're dealing with COVID-19 right now. Tell us what you've been doing to stay in shape for the upcoming season.
Well, I got a membership at Crunch Fitness, and we have been doing workouts for these last couple of weeks. Like these 3 or 4 weeks, we have been back getting into the groove. But we had like with everybody getting sick and stuff, and a lot of programs closing around me. Like it kind of pushed us back. So we're out for like 2 weeks now, and I work out at home a lot. I got a pull-up bar, weight bench. I got the manual stuff, that you can use to get big. But I try to work out a lot on my free time.
Okay. And then what about as far as your footwork and just getting out and running around? You do it in your backyard? You going to an open field? What are you doing to get some of the physical stuff in?
I go to Longview. I go to the Longview field. Me and a couple of friends, we just go out there, get that work in. I'll bring the ladder, bring the parachute, work on my speed and my footwork.
Okay. Tell us, going into your senior year, what do you consider your strengths as a player, and what are some of the things you're working on in your senior year?
I feel like my strengths, like I feel like I got this in the experience level because we got a very young team. Like with all our seniors leaving, I feel like I could teach some of the young people for them to step up in their role, and even as myself, for me to step up in my role. I feel like some of my weaknesses are like it's a lot of new stuff we got to learn because we just got a new defensive coordinator and he coaches way differently than the other one. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like where I get past this spot to where I'll be good, I'll be back ready for the season.
Okay, good stuff. Tell us about your recruiting experience so far. Tell us about the offers. I know you have about 10 offers right now. What's been your
Yes, sir.
recruiting experience? Who are you hearing from, and who do you want to hear from?
I've been hearing from quite a amount of coaches. Everything's been smooth and good. I just recently decommitted from UTSA because I feel like with all the COVID-19 stuff going on, I feel like I kind of got scared and I rushed my recruitment. I didn't really just get to let all of it pass out. So I told myself that I talked to my mom, my family, so I decommitted, and I'm gonna wait till that right office comes, or either a good college that I feel like it's a good fit for me. And I mean, there's a couple places I want to go, or that I got that I think I'm gonna go to, but we shall see. I'm just gonna let the season progress. That's what I'm
Okay,
working
are
for.
you okay with staying in state, or are you looking to go outside the state for your education?
Either or, I don't have a problem with either one.
Okay, good stuff. All right. Tell me, what what is your coaches want to know about your relationship with your coaching staff? I know you have a new DC you mentioned, but tell us about your relationship with the head coach there.
Coach King, it's my boy. I love Coach King to death. He does a lot for us, like even outside of coaching. Like he helped me out a lot this summer, especially like with all the COVID and stuff going on. He kept in touch with me. A lot of coaches didn't. He kept in touch with me, made sure I was good. If he seen I missed the work, I hear, hey Kybo, you need a ride, you know what I'm saying? I got you. Don't hesitate to text me. I feel like me and Coach King got a very good foundation going. And even after school, when I do graduate, I feel like we'll still be tight.
Yeah, I like it. Okay. Tell us, you and your family have got together to talk about recruiting. What's the criteria you're using that's going to help you make that decision? Is your decision going to be based on the major, the distance from home, the culture, the scheme? What is it that's important to you?
I feel like with my body length and like I feel like I'm. Oof.
That's okay.
I
Take
want.
your time.
I want to go to a college that I feel like I can make an impact instantly. Like I want to step in. I want to get bigger, get stronger. They put me anywhere. I feel like I got a good build to go to a good college because I'm a hybrid. I play strong safety and I play low safety, and I can also play inside linebacker. And like my mom, we've been talking, and like I don't want to just go too far because a lot of my family, like, they're kind of getting up in age, and if something happens, I want to be able to come back,
Yeah.
and I want to be able to come to my own games.
No, that's real, man. I appreciate it. I mean, obviously, respecting your family comes first. That's good that you're thinking about that during the recruiting process. Tell us a little bit about, you talked about your academics and your family, but tell us about, tell these coaches how you define leadership and how you plan on leading as a senior this year.
It's all about setting the tone. I pride myself on setting the tone in every game I play. When they first make their first snap, I feel like I have to go hard. I'm very physical and relentless, so I like to make an impact. My way of making an impact is getting a big hit, turn the whole crowd up. It changes the whole game. I like to be a game changer. Going into this season, I plan on changing the game a lot. And I got a lot of people, like since my name done got out there this year, a lot of people are looking at me. They're counting on me. A lot of people aren't counting on me. So I like to, sit down the doubters and make them fans or make them want to be behind me, room me. And the younger cats that we got on our football team, I like to take a lot of leadership, like in the weight room or like even in the classroom. I make sure I talk to all of them, come up, have a contact. Hey, man, you getting big. Hey, man, I feel like you could do more reps of this. Like, I want to instill everything that I was taught, like, coming up.
Okay. You mentioned a good point about helping out the younger ones coming into the program. Tell these guys one thing you know now as a senior that you didn't know as a freshman. What's the one thing that would help them be more successful in the Longview program from your perspective?
Okay, so coming in as a freshman, I thought I was going to play nothing but offense. I never looked at myself going to defense. I told myself if they switch me to defense, I'm not getting any offers. That's what I said. And being a middle linebacker and then put me on varsity, I was like, oh my God, what am I finna do? But I didn't complain. I went to practice every day, and I didn't even start. But it's the point. I went to practice every day. I grinded hard. I took coaching. That's very important. You might be mad at your coach. Your coach might be telling you something you don't want to hear. Take the coaching. It's very important. Everything I had a coach I didn't like, but I did like, because he would constantly get on me, and I would be like, I'm doing it right, and I was actually doing it wrong. Take the coaching. Coaching helps. It'll take you a long way.
Kybo, that is one of the best pieces of advice. I've interviewed hundreds of players on this podcast, and I respect what you said because it's important. I think a lot of players either have experience or they're going to experience, hey, I'm an offensive guy. I'm not playing defense. And then they find out, hey, go play on defense. Like in your case, it's going to help me get my college education paid for. One of the things I tell players is, are you a position player or are you a football player? Because if you're a football player like you, I'll play whatever you want me to play if you're going to pay for my education. So I commend you on your wisdom and knowledge of understanding that football is a game, but it could have such an impact in your life if you keep an open mind. So respect you on that. Hey,
Yes,
let's
sir.
move into talking about, you've got a hybrid game. You play linebacker, you play safety. Is there a certain college or pro player that you pattern your game off of?
At first, I would call myself like a Cam Chancellor build because I feel like Cam, he had the body of a linebacker, but he could move agile as a safety. I feel like that helped him a lot. And I feel like I kind of play myself on him because I'm very effective coming off the edge. Like, I could go down in a linebacker and be in a box where I can because I'm so long and I can create separation, but I'm also fast off the ball so I can get around. But then I can cause problem in the passing game because I'm also so long that I drop back or I can go play flats and it's hard to throw over me because I got a good vert too. I got a good vert.
Well, tell us about that. So tell us about your game, playing against the run and playing against the pass and playing in space. Tell us how you are able to command all that as a hybrid.
Well, I got great coaches. Like this year, they really transitioned me to that role because like coming into my sophomore year, they had just like I got switched mid-season from middle linebacker to like a dime spot safety nickel, what some would call it. I went there and I got a little bit used to it, but they smashed it hard on the gas this year. Like they would have me doing footwork and agility and all that with the DBs, and then I'll come play in the box at like a linebacker standpoint, and I would still do drills with the linebackers. I feel like that molded me a lot. Plus, the weight room, I didn't live for DBs. I lived with linebackers. I feel like that helped me a lot.
Well, you know what? That's probably a good segue. Let's bring up your video for coaches that maybe haven't seen it, and have you commentate on some of these great plays that you've made last year. I'm going to bring it up here and hit play, and then you just kind of tell us who you're playing and what the coverage was, and share with us your football IQ.
This is against Texas High. They had 2 D1 prospects over there. One of them is in my grade, and the other one is class 2020. They were pretty good. We were a little rusty. This was coming right back into the season, first little scrimmage. I was probably in Palms because I'm near the hash. This also against Texas High. I gave it a little jab step, shuffle, bit off the edge, stay outside. Good time.
Good discipline there. I like it.
This is against Lufkin, first game. I believe I'm in Palms again. Because I was in Palms. I stayed in the flats. That's Jalen Pope, great receiver, mid of Texas Tech. This is like one of the first drives. He tried to scramble out. And like I said, again, because of my length, it's hard to throw over me.
Yeah.
Good start to the game. Great team. Oh, this is on punt. I put this on here just to show, like, even on 4th down, not to give up on the play, keep going. And I love to block. I love to hit. I called me a body on this one.
Here it comes. Get ready. Boom.
He got the picture. Tough. This is at the goal line.
I'm going to go back on that one, Kybo. Tell us, because coaches love players that play on special teams. Tell us about the importance you put on being a contributor on the special teams.
Okay, so freshman year I was punt return, kickoff return, so I could run. I'm pretty agile. Then I got moved to punt return, kickoff return, and kickoff. And I loved kickoff because I feel like headhunters on kickoff, they set the tone for that game. And punt, a lot of people didn't like punt, but I love punt because I can go smack somebody. And I love to catch people off guard that's really not working. Like, they just halfway doing it. I like to catch them to wake them up. I love to hit.
That is obvious, and that's what I saw when I saw you play. And I think college coaches are really going to like the fact that you were okay with making an impact on special teams, because a lot of players don't like to do that. They want to just make plays in their position. Let's go through a couple more plays here. A lot of good stuff here.
This is against Caleb Berry, Jordan Moore. They're my dogs. They're my friends. They're from Lufkin. I didn't want to do it to them, but set the edge, but make sure to maintain the hole. I got back into space. Nice little hit.
Show good discipline, keeping the edge here, forcing them inside. That's what a good linebacker, good DN does.
Yes, sir. And it looks like we were in like a shark call with the middle linebacker blitzing. So I'm pretty sure that's why that gap was like that. It's a good game. This is against, I want to say, Marshall. Marshall. He tried to outrun me. I'm pretty quick off the edge, so it's kind of hard to block me. I maintain good body position with the shoulder pads. So I basically just drove in on him, did my shoulder, beat him off the edge, and the quarterback wasn't looking. He tried to escape, so I sacked him.
He's peeking at you too here, that tackle. And still can't catch up with you. That's great play backside.
This is against John Tyler. I think it's like the first play of the game. I was kind of iffy on this one. I tried to go back outside, but he drew back inside. But since I'm long, I was. But for me, my main objective, I love to set the edge. If I feel like if my edge is on lock, they won't try to test me. And I had great D linemen too.
And you guys were loaded. You had a lot of guys that could run the ball last year. You guys were definitely loaded the last couple of years. Last play here. Walk us through this one.
That's another thing. I set the edge. I noticed he was rolling out, so I pushed in and I blocked the ball. It's hard to throw over me for very long. I like to use it to my advantage.
It's actually smart. You know, we teach the linebacker coach. Teach if I can't get to the quarterback, get my hands up and affect the path. And you have great timing in doing that. Just a lot of athleticism. Very impressed. I know a lot of coaches will see that. Hey, obviously, Kybo, you guys have got a lot of talent at Longview. Tell these college coaches, maybe some of your teammates who are being under recruited, that they maybe should get on.
Oh yes, sir. I got a couple. Well, I would say I got a D lineman. His name is Joe Jones. He's like 6'4", 6'5", like 285. He a defensive tackle, man. That boy dog. He go put in the work. It's a big body. He got one D1 offer, I think, from Texas Southern. But I feel like their recruiting is going to pick up this year. He planning on having a big year. And I got a friend. He like my brother. His name Markevian Haynes. He was the fullback for us last year, but he got injured with a knee injury. But he's back. He got him a new knee this year. He gonna have a good year. I got a lot of friends. Like, it's just most of them are either undersized but I feel like their time will come. Everybody just got their time.
I like it. Hey, you got great size and athletic ability. What other sports did you play while you've been at Longview?
Basketball and track.
Okay.
I love basketball. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I had to question myself whether I go play basketball or football, but football is just my first love. I'm really good at basketball. Like, I can dunk, I can shoot, I can dribble, I can grab rebound. Basketball is easy. In track, I ran track. I'm not a big fan of track, but I ran it because I feel like it helped me in football with conditioning, and I just don't want the spare time for me just to have when I could be working and getting conditioned and getting faster.
I like it. Okay. When did you start playing football? What age?
I started playing football when I was like 6. I was young. I remember my first team, I played for the Cowboys of the Little League. I used to play over there on the South Side. That's where all the Little League players play. Everybody knew each other if you played the South Side. I feel like that motivated me a lot because we had some good people come through there, and I was always playing up. So with me playing up and I was on the stacked team, I had to work my way. I had to keep working, and everything turned out good. I can't complain.
Kybo, what was the moment or game or year or age that you found out, hey, I can play this game at the college level? What year was that for you? When did you have that moment?
I would say freshman year when I was at free safety. I had a big year. I'm talking about I sat on everything. Like, I loved it. And, like, they really boosted me. I was like, hey, I'm pretty good at this. I was like, I can actually go somewhere with this. Then my next year, I went to varsity. And, like, a lot of people don't read the stuff that's written about them, but I always, like, every week or one day out of the week or so, I always look my name up just to see what people say or, like, what people are thinking. And it's like a Lobo thread, and I look on there, and I seen that my name he got mentioned because I didn't really think I played a part in that 2018 game or like the year, but I did my part. You got to play your part, So I looked on it, somebody had said something about me, and I was like, hey, they took notice of me. Then 2019 came, I smacked a 5-star recruit. Like, I just turned up from that moment.
Yeah, it's big time. Hey, tell us, describe your coaching style that you like best. Do you like a coach that likes to challenge you and get in your face? Or do you like a coach who kind of talks to you quietly and just says, hey, man, this is what I need you to do, go do it? What kind of player are you?
I have Coach King. I like a coach that has that foot down. I love to win and I hate to lose. Mm-hmm. I love building a good relationship with the coach. So I like a kind of rough coach. Hey, man, you do so and so and so. And, like, it makes me mad and it cranks me up to where I want to go hard. Then I also like a coach. Well, if you really want to be honest, I don't really have a preference in a coach. I'm going to do whatever my coach asks me to do. because I want to win.
Yeah, right. When you talk about winning, coaches also want to understand in college about your competitive spirit. Take a couple seconds to describe your competitive spirit to these college coaches.
I'm going to bring and I'm going to do whatever I got to do to win. Doesn't matter. If everything on the line, I'm going to put everything on the line. If I'm injured and I know I can play through it, I'm going to play through it. I'm not the type to sit around and complain. I like to get stuff done. And I feel like that's where I fit in good with coaches, because if I know that I can help my coach in any way, or I could play anything or any type of thing that I can do to help benefit the team, that's what I'm going to do. And I feel like I help at the position I play, especially coming off the edge and with the size I've been given. I feel like I can help out a team a lot with just my aggression and my wisdom from what I know from playing over the years.
Okay, like that, respect that. Hey, let's finish up here with some personal information about you. What are some things that you like to do when you're not working out and not playing football? What are your interests? You like to hunt? You like to fish? Hang out with friends? What do you do in your spare time?
Most of the time, I just either chill at the house, play the game with my friends, or either I just go over one of their house. We just chill. We might go to a person like one of our friend house and just chill. I'm really a chill person, and I just recently got another job at Juicy Tacos, so now I work. So I just pretty much work out when I go home, just chill with my friends, just till the time pass by. It's only so much you can do these days.
Yeah. Are you a big video game guy or no?
I mean, I used to be, but like as I got to high school and I started taking football and stuff seriously, like I don't really have time for
Yeah, respect that. There's not a teenager your age that's not near their phone all the time. Tell these coaches, what are some of your favorite apps? Are you a Twitter, Snap, Instagram, or TikTok guy?
I love Twitter. Like, actually, when I was young, I used to be like, how do people use this? Like, why do people have this? And, like, that's my favorite app. I'll be on Twitter every day.
Okay. And then getting hyped for either a workout or pregame, get ready for a game. What are some of the artists you listen to get you hyped?
I listen to The Baby, Young Nudie. I don't really have a preference. Like, I just listen to every. If he got a good beat, I'll listen to it.
Okay. And then tell these coaches pregame, which player are you? Are you the guy that's jumping around the locker room trying to get guys all fired up? Or are you quiet in the corner going over your game responsibilities in the scouting report?
I wouldn't say I'm just the one that's just sitting there, but I wouldn't just say I'm the one just jumping around. Either you might catch me up, listen to my music, I might be, bumping. But then when it's getting closer to that time, you'll see me in my locker with my earphones in, just looking and ready.
Okay. You mentioned your family earlier on. Tell us about the dynamics. Are you an only child? Are you the oldest, the baby? Tell us a little about your mom, your grandma. What's going on with your family?
I have one sister on my mom's side, and I have one sister on my dad's side, and 3 brothers on my dad's side. But from my mom's perspective, it's just me and her. And she's younger than me. She just turned 12. My mom's name is Tamisha. My little sister's name is Kylie. And my stepdad's name is Jamerson. And those who I live with.
Tell us about the importance you put on being the best big brother you can to your sister.
I make it very important. She don't like it, but I stress it, and she still appreciate it in the long run.
That's good stuff. Well, hey man, let's finish up here. Tell these coaches. We talked about the elevator pitch earlier. Take a few seconds here and tell these coaches why they should recruit you and what you're going to bring to their program.
Can you repeat that question, sir?
Yeah, get in your elevator pitch. Tell these coaches why they should recruit you and what you're going to bring to their program.
Oh, okay. Well, I feel like I could bring a lot to a program. Coming out of East Texas, it's not common for people to get recruited like that. I feel like we got to work for it just a little bit harder. But, best ballers played in Texas. I feel like I bring size, weight. I can grow into my weight. I know I'm going to get bigger in college. I bring coachability, aggression, relentlessness, wisdom, and good team effort. I feel like I'm going to give it 100% in time. I'm going to listen to what my coach says, and I'm going to play my heart out. I'm just waiting for that one college to just give me that opportunity.
Okay, that's a great response. Last question. Everything goes well in college. You play a great 3 or 4 years, and then you're in New York City for the NFL draft, waiting for the commissioner to call your name. who's sitting at your table waiting for your name to be called?
My mom and my day ones, all the people that supported me along the way. I thank them, and I'm definitely giving back to my community.
Good stuff,
That's
man.
got to.
I like it, man. I'm a big fan of yours. I watch you play with that energy, and I'm telling you, if these coaches haven't been to a Longview home game, it is an experience. They are very intense there, both in the stands and on the field, and I was very impressed with your play and looking forward to you playing this fall. Continue to be safe, work hard this summer, and we'll see you during the season, okay, Kybo?
Yes, sir.
All right, man, be blessed. Have a great day.
All right, you too.